These stones, they feel wet. I woke up here, but I don't remember sleeping or dying. It feels like I woke up in a throat. These roots are like exposed nerves. They are dangling from the rock and trembling in the draft. They are starving and reaching down blindly to find the moisture in the air. I woke up next to a puddle, piles of wood, broken crates, and debris. This isn't really trash, this is sediment. It looks like these things belong to somebody, and they were slowly digested by this damp. Water constantly drips. It reminds me of a subtle horror where the caves are talking to me in a haunting tone, telling me to not step forward. Do you see him? There is a white shape in the chair. He doesn't look like he's resting. He looks like a spirit. However, it feels like the cave did not kill him. It just absorbed him and now he's trapped. I have been visiting this cave for a few days now. He just sits there, fading out like a fingerprint left on a foggy glass. A local merchant here told me that they call this the lands in between. And from what he was describing, it feels like the lands in between life and death. The only light source is coming from the cracks in the cave. And then, there, the only warm thing in the dark is this golden sapling. Don't let this fool you. This really isn't a light in the darkness, but it's a parasite. It dangles that beautiful golden light in the middle of the rot to draw you in. At the same time, you can see corpses near it, as if it's feeding on those corpses to stay golden. It feeds on those moths that fly close. It is the prettiest parasite in this room. This is a compost heap. The wood, the stone, the ghost, the gold, all just is rotting together in the dark. And we are just the fresh meat. I have been resting in these lands for a while. In the morning, things look calm, but at night, I am not really sure where these screams are coming from, but they haunt me. During my first night, this is the reason why I had to leave. I couldn't really understand the source of their pain and agony, but it just tells me that I am not invited here. During my field research of the lands in between, this is the least scary thing I have encountered. At this point, these things don't really bother me. And I must move forward. There seems to be a locked area around here, but I do not have the resources to open it. But the skeletons and the fallen bodies around it depicts a mystery that I should not try to solve. The light here isn't from the sun, but is the bioluminescent blue, the color of the deep sea fish that never sees the surface. I remember talking about a ghost flame that separates body from the spirit. However, it really does not look like that. It illuminates the dampness on the wall, making the stone look like a sweating skin. And the smell, it smells confined, stagnant. Smells like you're licking a metallic iron coin. Doesn't look like you are underground, but it looks like you are inside of something that's slowly forgetting how to breathe. I had to move on. And when you push this door open, the world greets you. Look at it. At first glance, it's inviting. It looks like a paradise. The grass paints its symmetry, golden leaves and fallen ruins. The clouds drift in lazy, perfect formation. But close your eyes and listen. The wind doesn't really blow randomly. It touches my skin like a blind hand. It's searching for a crack in my armor. As if I'm not an observer here, but a new prey. The ocean is beating against the cliffs below. It's violent and it's white, but the air is sterile. There is no salt in the air, yet the ocean is beating against the cliffs below. Violent and white. He isn't a man, he is a fixture. He speaks, but the words feel rehearsed like a recording playing loops for centuries, and it calls me maidenless. There is this golden light on the ground, and strangely, even in a place like this, it still gives warmth. I found a shelter. Old stones, broken walls. It feels safer in here. And then there is a merchant. He sits by the fire, wrapped in red. And then there is this, the giant parasite. They say the fallen leaves tell a story. But in the lands between, there are no stories to be heard anymore. On my research, I will try to document as much as I can, but my time here seems chaotic. I will rest here for a while, but I won't sleep.